Hey, what's up? I've been receiving a lot of questions about this, so I decided to make a little video about it. I think I made a video before about reserves versus active duty, but I still receive a lot of questions, so I'm gonna make like a direct kind of answer. I received a question about joining first as a reservist and then changing into active duty. I would research on that. I've known people that done both ways, being on active duty and come to reserves, or being on reserves and come to active duty. However, when you sign in, you will have a contract on the active duty of 4 years and on the reserves of 6 years. So everybody that I know that switched first finished their contract. So you join in as a reservist, you do your 6 years. When you resign, you can decide if you want to go join as reserves or active again. And the same thing for active duty. You do your 4 years. After your 4 years are over, you can decide to re-enlist or separate. And if you re-enlist, you can decide if you want to go reserves or active duty. Still, if you re-enlist switching to reserves, you have to see if your job, a counterpart job on the reserves, needs people, and if they do, great. If they don't, they have to find you another job on the reserves, and it goes by needs, basic needs. So if the military needs you, they will keep you on the reserves on another job if your job is not available on the reserves. Now, you gotta be careful if you want to join as a reservist for a short period of time and try to go to active duty after, because there's only a couple of ways that you can do it that I know of. One of the ways that I know of is ROTC. You go to ROTC while you are on active duty. No, while you're on the reserves, you go to ROTC in college, and then once you finish ROTC in your college, you get to become an officer on active duty if you choose. The second way that I know that you can become from reservist to active duty is if you go to war, or if there's a need for a lot of active duty in your field of training, and then you get to go. But then again, if there's a need on active duty and you can transfer, it will be up to your unit, because once you sign your contract of 6 years, your unit's paying for all your training, your unit is paying for your salary, your unit's paying for you basically. So it will be up to your unit. Just keep that in mind. Another way that I know of is if you're lucky, you find another unit that's not the one that you're in, you really want to go, and they really are critical. I think it's called critical manning or something like that. So they really need people. If they really need people, it's active duty, you're ready to go, you talk to your unit lets you go. So you're lucky enough, you got it. Then you can transfer. But then again, overall, just be sure, make sure that you know and you understand that if you're joining on reserves, there might be a chance that you might not gonna be able to go to active duty until you finish your first contract. You can try to find ways to do it. As I said, you can try to do ROTC while you're on reserves, and then when you finish school, you can go to active duty. You can try to find a unit that's active duty, and depending on their need and depending on your unit, they will let you go. But just be mindful that there might be a chance that you're going to have to do your 6 years on reserves before you move. That's about it. I'm going to make another video like today about one of the AFSCs that I hear a lot. So I'm going to publish in a couple minutes. Okay? If you have any more questions, please post. Subscribe. I know that I've been slacking on the videos, but it's because I've been busy. Good news is I'm going to reclass. I found another profession that I wanted, and then I got accepted. I'm going to make another video about it. So If you have any questions, post down there in the comment section. I'll make a video about it if I see a lot of the same questions. And subscribe. Bye.